It's too late to start a YouTube channel. If you've ever thought that, then this is the video for you. So hang in there with me today. I'm George Tabb, the Motivated Rider, and I create material for therapists and coaches and content creators. And so today I just want to talk about, I know that was something that plagued me and it probably kept me from starting a YouTube channel for a long time. And so watch the video to the end and, feel free to like, subscribe, comment if any of this appeals to you today. And so you probably see me walking. It's a little different kind of video for me today, but I kind of wanted to do something different. I wanted to give y'all a different background, a different setting. And so y'all know about the weather that's came through the Carolinas along with, many other states. And so my wife and I, we just decided we were going to try to escape some of the weather. So we just went further south. But we're still in the Carolinas. We're actually down in the Wilmington area, down near the beach on the eastern seaboard. And so I'm really excited about this channel and what I'm going to be talking about today in this subject. So, and I'm actually walking through a community here. And so it's an up and coming community. So a lot of cool stuff happening. I just want to talk to you about, is it too late to start a YouTube channel? And you see so many channels, and I know you might be thinking it's too late for me. And one of the biggest things that was coming up for me is like, what if I fail? Like, what if it doesn't work? What if YouTube doesn't work? Then what? What do I do then? By the way, I'm walking by some empty lots here, so I don't think they're sold. But what if it doesn't work? What if I failed? In the back of my mind, I was like, you know, do people really want to? Do I really have something to say? Like what do I have to say? Like what makes me different, right? And so, and you just kind of beat yourself up mentally, and then you end up just really kind of talking yourself out of it, right? And we all have these internal, struggles that we go through. And one of the videos I did, and I'm gonna try to put the link in there for you, on am I an imposter? Right? It's just, being an imposter, just feeling like, what, am I good enough? Can I do this? What if I fail? Right? What if nobody clicks on my video? What if I don't get any likes? What if I don't get any views? And so all these are things that we're kind of in the back of our mind. So when you say I don't fail, if what if I fail? That's kind of loaded. It's really kind of a loaded question, right? And I got some notes here. So what if I get negative comments? So that was one of the things that kind of, got to me a little bit. You get a couple of negative comments and it's really okay. I would almost expect to get some negative comments, right? So that means you're probably doing something, because people don't negatively comment on people that are not doing anything. So all that means is just you're doing something. Okay. And a lot of times people that make negative comments like that, they're not doing anything at all. So, I wouldn't let it get to me. And I know, when I first started training, and I would get evaluations, I would just kind of I would get like 50 good evaluations, and then I would get like one bad evaluation, and I would just hone in on that one bad one, you know? So try not to get caught up into that. So point number one is, what if I fail? Point number two is, what if I get negative comments? Point number three, do I have something to say? Well, I don't know. Do you? I mean, what do you do currently? And so, but you know what? You've been doing something. You're good at something. We all are, right? So there's probably, as knowledgeable as I am, there's probably something that, you could probably teach me to do. And so, I definitely I wouldn't minimize what you have. You've been doing something. You've got hobbies. There's something that you've been doing that, you could probably share with other people. You could educate us on it. I watch a lot of YouTube, and that's probably has a lot to do with why I started a channel. And I've had so many people that, they provided helpful information. And I really appreciate that. And so, this is kind of my way of kind of giving back a little bit, right? So, let's go through the points. So point number one is what if I fail? Point number two is what if I get negative comments? Point number three, do you have something to say? And let's all agree, you do have something to say. You're good at something. You've got hobbies, you've got interests, there's you've got something. Okay? So most of us do. All right? And so if you've got something to say, guess what? You know more, which is point number four. You know more than you think you do. There are some things you take for granted that you know. And you know these things. And so, you can help others. There are things that you know, and you could help me. You could help others. I would listen. If you got things, even things like, how to put a toilet seat on. That's something simple, but guess what? If you're a handyman, that might be something you know how to do. That might be something that you've done many a times. And so, um, and I bring that up because I watched a YouTube video so I can learn how to put a toilet seat on. A lot of things maybe you didn't learn from somebody, but you know what? Um, YouTube is a place where you can get those things. You can get those skills. You can learn those things. All right. And then point number five is I'm too, and just fill in the blank. What? I'm too fat. I'm too skinny. I'm too ugly. I'm too pretty. I'm too tall. I'm too short. I don't have good English. I've got bad English. Like what? Like what is it? Right? I'm not a good talker. I'm probably not the best talker. But I do enjoy talking. I do. Okay. I talk for a living, and I do several trainings every year. Okay. And so I do enjoy talking. But you know what? There was a time when I stuttered. I used to stutter. So being able to talk has really been kind of, just kind of been, it's been a dream come true. And starting this YouTube channel is a dream come true. And sometimes when you stretch yourself, you really kind of, you're not the same. You become a different person. You become a different person, when you stretch yourself. So try to stretch yourself. Try to stretch yourself. Try to do one thing that's uncomfortable. Okay? Because once you stretch yourself, you're not the same. You're a different person. It changes you. Okay? And so, and that's all I had to say about that. I think this is the perfect time. I think if you're thinking about it and you're watching this video and you're at the end and you've watched this video all the way to the end, guess what? More than likely, this is your time. This is your season. This is your time to start a channel and just put one foot in front of the other. You don't have to have the perfect equipment. You don't have to have uh, the perfect things to say. You just start out as you are. All right. So drop a comment in the bottom if there's something that stood out to you on this video, or something you want to make a comment on, or something you'd like to see me kind of elaborate on or talk more about or do a video about in the future. I'd love to hear that. And also on Wednesdays, at 5 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be going live. So tune in to my live. I'm going to be going live. So I'm excited about that too. All right. And so I found out that going live is a way of really, building community and just being available and being able to offer your gifts and your talents. So thanks for listening. Thanks for hanging in there, watching the entire video. I appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.